Hey everyone, I want to get this flow out of my system. This universally felt correspondence. And so obviously on planet Earth, but how the universal energy is cooperating with us via our choices, and it's always a correspondence. Whatever we're putting into the energy field via my very breath and the thought process, the emotion, intensity, the mindset, I'm putting out a frequency essentially. And so, because these lived vibrations of what the mind consistently puts out becomes that frequency. So it's good to sit back in peaceful states of being and observe what you're actually doing with that. And when I say actually doing with that, I mean like there's not a moment that goes by where your spirit is not energetically in action, corresponding with the divine universe. Meaning there's a higher light resonance we're a part of, and they're cooperating with us with what we put out. So anyway, now that I've given you a brief rundown on what flow means, what we think creates our reality, which is like that description of flow I just mentioned. Vibration, frequency, corresponding universal energy will assist the vibration we're emitting. So, when one is not getting back what their internal voice is wanting, then one must get more authentic with their voice. The emanation of the true soul at the solar plexus speaking for wanting expression. If we have quietened down this energetic voice and its response to life by quieting ourselves, then the outside is not going to give you what it is you want in your quiet voice. You have to activate it like a sunshine. Okay? And it just brings to the surface right now the pinpoint of most topics of relation lately that the 3D has asked us to quieten the internal soul differences to fit a paradigm response that has limited our soul's expression. The 3D has done that. The 5D embrace that's happening now is saying you can want what you want in that internal space that says, I have dreams and imaginings, right? I have to live them from my soul's embodiment. I have to, that's why you get reach for your dreams and don't give up and reach for the stars, etc. Because this is the truth of our design. So unless it's far-fetched where you want to be an acrobat in your mind, but your soul is saying, well, not this lifetime, or it is showing you that when you try to do those kind of activities, you keep falling on your face. So there are certain things our mind might want to do, but our soul may not be doing that this lifetime, and it doesn't mean you can't do it in another lifetime. But this lifetime, what is life showing you? What is it asking of you? And you know this because you feel it in your gut, your solar plexus. And then don't ignore it in your mind space with doubt and crushing and doing something else. You got to listen to the solar plexus. You got to let your heart express itself, and you got to put out in congruence what that is. So if inside, no, let's start with outside. If outside is saying you should look a particular way if you want this kind of attention, but inside, you know, it just doesn't sit right. You'd like some kind of attention, but it's just not possible that you're going to do it the way the world wants. So then you have to stay congruent, which is truthful to your soul, to your frequency that says, well, people can be all, like we're all unique souls. People can be whatever they want to be. This is me. Congruence. This is me, world. And you will attract authentically to that. All right? So we need to step up with this. Thank God we're in 3, 4, 5 dimensional acceptance, awareness, embrace, moreness, reality. Because when you think about it, right, this video was provoked via the current shift and relational aspect that I'm involved in, going from, we're shifting realities. So lots is moving towards light, which means less division, less held in place 3D illusion that we solely give all our energy to. Anyway, so with this shift, it says the human wants so much more. It says men and women, right? There is so much separation in the connection right now to that, to do with this 3D mentality, that says the woman is saying to herself, across the board, women are saying to themselves, I would like it if a man steps out for me, like steps out and is present for me and can be a listening kind of friend, companionship for me. And whatever comes of that is beauty, right? Whether you have like connection with particular people or not. Obviously, there's got to be a connection. So right now, the men are limiting themselves, not as a whole, thank goodness, because we are leading the way in this shift. But as the man and woman relationships have shown, there's a lot of separation in relationship because the man likes comfort. So, and then he'll refer to what is familiar and comfortable. Where the woman is saying, I am assisting, like my energy, the woman's energy is assisting that you be as much as you can of yourself because I will enjoy that with you. I don't enjoy it when you look at me as a woman and want familiarity and comfort and just reliability, or, fall into a dependency sort of pit of like pittiness and help and things like this. I need you to become more of yourself. So with this 3D to 5D shift, the masculine gets more balanced like this, and the woman's role becomes more light aware to the masculine. That we are more than just satisfying your comfortable familiarity. You need to step out of your comfort zones as men, and you will be happier. And we will be as well. So it's like, don't settle for things in relationship where each person isn't assisting this healthy well-being growth out of the comfort zones. You're there for each other, but it doesn't mean you don't get to feel uncomfortable. Like, there are going to be some things for each person that you step out of your comfort zone, but the person with that you're meant to be with is going to have a loving space response, not do it for you, not like, oh, everything is so comfortable and don't you dare feel uncomfortable. No, you keep opening yourself like a shell and express yourself congruently from your gut who the fuck you are, because that's an enjoyable creator life. Okay, so that's more than just 3D lazy, where's the remote control reality. And that's quite awesome. So if we all play a bit more of a part of ourselves, trusting congruently that we're meant to speak up for ourselves and be expressive creator beings, great. So everybody have a lovely sunshiny day, hopefully, wherever you are. If you don't have sun coming out easily, then cheer yourself up and make yourself bright, you know? These frequencies are always available. Think a little more to choose them and live them. God bless. Bye for now.